You go back in the record books, it depends if you consider Lehigh Lacrosse Club, Lehigh University, but either way, they met back in the 1800s. They didn't play for 70 years, and then they played 4 straight. Back here tonight in another rainy Tuesday night game. Tuesday night, tough weather conditions, one of those games where nothing would surprise you. This is a team, they lost 4 of their top 5 scores from a season ago, so still continuing to gel. That shot never quite got through. Came in from Ironman, and it'll stay with a fresh shot clock, so I guess it did get through. Cole on the run, and possession back to the Tigers.
We talked about it a little bit before the game. I was kind of curious what kind of wrinkles they would throw at the Tigers.
There's Mackesy, his shot blocked. Ball down on the wet turf here in New Jersey. And it's Lehigh coming up with the ground ball. Raul Ocho Terrena, number 88, and then he gets harassed along the sideline. Ball stays in play, and it comes to the Tigers. Here's Palumbo with a head of steam. He loses possession and takes some contact without the ball, so a push will keep it with the Tigers.
Physical early.
Nate Kabiri, the freshman, trying to stretch out the defense. Here's the skip pass through traffic. Up top, Palumbo, back to Kabiri, goes low, and the Tigers jump out to an early lead. For Nate Kabiri, that's goal number 25 in his freshman campaign.
Funny enough, it actually starts with Kabiri throwing the skip over to Mackesy. He steps into the seam, and it's just simple one more. I mean, a great look and a fantastic shot. I mean, we've seen that a few times this year already.
On the restart, Andrew Kelly, who's one of the highest percentage shooters in college lacrosse this year, out there, number 13. Near side, Brian Mullen, second midfield line out for the Mountain Hawks. Mullen on the run, stick save, Gianfrancaro, and he scoops it up. Now Mackesy stretching the defense. Kabiri on the wing to his high school teammate Burns. Here's Cameron fire, sticked aside by Pecora.
Great save.
Mackesy has a short stick, tried to get underneath. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Kabiri from way outside, stick down by Pecora, scooped up by the Mountain Hawks. Princeton leads the Ivy League in caused turnovers, nearly 9.5 per game. They also turn the ball over less than anybody else in the Ivy League.
They got one.
Out of the box, here's Kramer, fires, stick side high. One of their best on-ball defenders. Cole draws the slide. Up top, here's Mullen. Tries to get the hands free. Fire, save, Gianfrancaro in the cover. Still sitting on the media timeout here in the first quarter with 2.5 minutes to go. 1-0 on the goal by Kabiri. Scott Cole had the short stick. Work it up top, Andrew Kelly. Split dodge, fires, and ties it.
What a play.
Andrew Kelly in his career now 18 for 32 shooting, and it's a 1-1 game late in the first.
And it starts with the 2-man game with Cole, but as the ball moves over, just an incredibly athletic play by Andrew Kelly. Slick finish to end it.
On the restart, here's Liam Fairback. With 5 seconds to go, tosses it in. 3 seconds to go. Kabiri out in front, backhanded shot, and they score. Kabiri to Mackesy as time expires at the end of the first.
Nasty.
Some wizardry by the Princeton Tigers to take the lead.
I wasn't sure he was going to get it off, but he just did a great job of letting Mackesy make a play. And what a slick finish at the end here to end the quarter.
Kabiri's got a goal, Mackesy has a goal, and the Tigers have a lead. A couple of first-year players up against Cooper Miller. 10 to shoot. They'll reset back up top. Tyler Lehigh trying to get the hands free. Tough angle, shoots it, scores. Tyler Lehigh, the junior from Chatham, New Jersey, with his 5th of the season, and it's a 2-2 game.
Strong take with a severe angle. I think if you're Princeton, you're happy with giving that up, and I think Gianfrancaro typically makes that save. But Lehigh takes it, and he takes it right at pace as well, which I don't think a lot of guys are doing that these days.
Pace Billings, last year's second-team All-Ivy League, the senior from Denver, one of the best poles in the country. Tyler Lehigh, the junior from not too far from Princeton, Chatham, New Jersey, prepped at Trinity Pauling. He's got his 5th of the season, and it's a 2-2 contest. Here's McMeekin on the run, make it 5 in a row for the Tigers face-off man. Princeton gets it right back in the rain. Not a lot of Fogos can shoot like that.
I think if you're Coach Madeline, you're pretty happy with that response. I mean, I'll let the shot speak for itself.
Cleared across by Lehigh. Here's Grant Rodney, leading scorer in the state of Colorado, his senior season, and he ties it. Will Scudder, Lehigh's head coach, said outside of Scott Cole, Grant Rodney might be the best shooter on the team, and it's a 3-3 contest as he's got his 11th.
Yeah, risky move from Crowley going over the head, and a great simple two-man, give and go. Princeton goes and answers on one end. I think Coach Scudder will be happy with that answer as well.
Sean Cameron somehow able to maintain the handle with 15 to shoot. Mackesy didn't have an angle, gives it up, gets it back. Out in front, save made, Pecora.
Oh!
Tigers on the putback. Chad Palumbo, the sophomore midfielder, gives Princeton the lead back.
I think he put that around the world.
Cleaning up the mess out in front after Pecora made the initial save. Let's take a look.
Oh! Very, very high-level degree of difficulty. Great job by Palumbo just crashing the net, but nifty finish at the end. They actually had a step. McMeekin was just a step behind, and I think they could have gotten an advantage on the sub.
Rodney back-to-back goals for the sophomore out of Colorado Springs, and it's a 4-4 game. No lead is safe tonight. Princeton's had a 1-goal lead 4 separate times. Each time Lehigh's had an answer. This time it's Rodney.
And I think that's a way that you're able to beat John Ficcaro, and that's not just him, that's any goalie. Getting to the middle of the field and making the goalie move across his crease.
Will Scudder talked about, this is a defensive team that had a lot of consistency. Part of the reason the man down's been so good. This is an offense where they're still trying to figure out how the pieces fit. And by design, and a lot of this was Kevin Cassis when he was the head coach, you try to play non-conference teams that give you some different looks. Back-to-back goals by Lehigh, tumbling by Scott Cole, and the Mountain Hawks have their first lead. 5-4 Lehigh.
Impressive take from Cole. I think he's been setting up his right hand all game long. He had the left-hand goal that actually got called off from the moving pick. But all of these other guys getting in on the action, I think, is taking a little bit of stress off him. And then when he dodges and he's the main initiator, he's really able to go strong. And you can see that they're not quite settled, right? It doesn't feel like everyone should be in their spots, and they're a little disjointed.
Dunphy has to let it fly, just gets it on cage. Save made by Pecora. Lehigh continuing to mix and match. Aiden Decker out there with the midfield, number 15. Andrew Kelly got Lehigh on the scoreboard, turns the corner, goes low, and gives the Mountain Hawks a 2-goal lead. Three straight by Lehigh, and they're up 6-4. 6:42 to go. Kelly getting above goal line extended. A couple of good looks from our crew, and Lehigh with a 2-goal lead for the first time. Lehigh getting a little more comfortable. We told you only 2 teams with fewer assists. Lehigh only about 3 assists per contest. About a third of their goals have been assisted. Scott Cole getting much more comfortable being that off-ball man. Armstrong from way outside, 4 in a row for Lehigh. A lot of traffic between him and the cage.
I can't tell if that got tipped. Let's watch it here.
Yeah, I think it did. Looked like a change of direction.
It did, but it's a savvy move. Princeton wants to switch off of the picks, right? So they're starting to play sides.
Palumbo's got a goal tonight. Gets the hands free, and he's got his second turning the corner. Snaps the scoring drought and makes it a one-goal contest.
Yeah, Princeton going to more like a 2-2-2 set, and it starts off with Mackesy. Strong move from Palumbo coming top side. He's able to just fight through the check, puts it in a great spot.
Chad Palumbo, the 6'2 sophomore, Newton, Massachusetts. Since then, 4 of 9 over their last 3 games, starting to put it together. Through Armstrong, good ball movement, back to the big lefty up top. On the doorstep, Kelly steps in, or actually that's E.J. Vasile with his second man-up goal of the season. And Lehigh gets the 3-goal lead back, and they take advantage of the Princeton penalty.
Really crafty movement here from the Lehigh EMO. So what they were doing, they had someone inside and on each wing, right, whether it's left or right. Once they carry up, they throw back and then take the person who's on the crease and put him to the bottom corner. It elongates the slide. It makes it really tough to then recover once you're going with ball movement.
Trying to shake his man, comes out near side. Nate Kabiri, who had the Tigers' first goal but has been quiet since. Did have the assist on the Mackesy goal as time expired in the first quarter. Stannen feeds down low. Burns turns the corner and goes low for the tally. Colin Burns the goal. Lucas Stannen with the assist, and the Tigers are back within 2.
It's a solid job to start by Stannen, just knifing in, but Burns is slippery off ball, right? He's tough to guard, he's tough to find, and he uses the back of the net as an angle to actually cut off his defenseman. Then he takes the extra step to glory and finishes.
Here's Polanki, the low shot by Cole on the run, saved, long carom out of bounds.
I think that's going to Princeton. Yep.
And Princeton gets there. Is that Marquez White?
I think actually Kabiri might have gotten it.
Ball movement continues to be crisp. Armstrong, downhill dodge. The big lefty goes low, saved Gianfrancaro.
And Mackesy could be valuable.
Stannet's played some attack. He'll work on the goal line. Kabiri turns the corner. Not sure how he got the angle, but it's a one-goal game. Second of the day for the freshman.
That is such a hard shot. And he is going upfield with his offhand, and he's done this a bunch of times this season already. But the maturity that this takes as a freshman to be going upfield against the pole with your offhand and finish, heck of a play.
Princeton was down 3. The Tigers with back-to-back tallies, looking for the equalizer from the wing. The shot, the goal, it's Mackesy, and it's an 8-8 game. Second of the night for Coulter Mackesy, the junior.
I think they caught Lehigh a little bit off guard there because there was just some simple exchanges, but we got to love about Mackesy. I mean, he's always shot ready, right?
Tucker Wade, the freshman, with some space. Defender lost his stick in traffic. There's the dodge, there's the shot, and a goal by Palumbo. He's got a hat trick. And the Tigers take their first lead of the second half.
Slick move. I think when we talk about no-brainer, that's probably it. But fantastic ball movement. I mean, what an individual effort. Swims right through the slide. Nice finish. So I think Lehigh's going to elect to play 5v5 here. They've done this a few times. Let's see.
Here's Ironman, gets a step on his man Bath. Easy save by Gianfrancaro.
Good take. I'd like to see that earlier on in the game, probably from Cameron. But if someone's guarding you all the way outside the box, you got to run past them. They did just that.
Coulter Mackesy stripped. Ball down on the turf. Lehigh has it. Ocho Terrena fires it across midfield with 10 seconds to go. It's off hole. No, it'll be off the Tigers.
They're going to have something
Here comes Lehigh. Freddie Amato on the doorstep. Stick side high. Save Gianfrancaro, and then it trickles in. Friendly bounce for the Mountain Hawks to tie it with 3 seconds to go in the third quarter.
I mean, heads-up play by Lehigh, right? Seeing clock, seeing time, getting ahead, and it just slips out of Gianfrancaro's stick. Tough break. But really, really savvy play by Lehigh there.
Does that happen on a dry night? Kelly closes off the angle, out to the near side. Grant Rodney's got 2 goals. He'll carry back up towards the restraining line. Back to Armstrong, dodging center, pass on the doorstep. Tigers stand their ground with Molshine.
I don't know how he held up from not hitting him much harder.
Ball down on the turf. It's Cooper Kistler with possession, and then he draws the flag and maintains the handle. Has some space, gets it over to Dunphy. Short stick matchup. Tigers moving the ball, a little bit compact. Top shelf, Kabiri for the hat trick. With the flag down, Princeton jumps back on top. 3 goals, 2 assists give him 5 points.
I mean, the shot is impressive. We'll just take a second and admire how nice that was. But you got to look at guys like Stannett, Dunphy, right? And you got to look at Kramer, who sort of started that. What they did there, right, was they drove into the defense, made people slide, and then they beat them with ball movement.
Tommy Barnes, number 21, holding below goal line. Kabiri over to Palumbo. Not a good look. Stick side high, long. Karam. Tigers have a crack, but it's Lehigh. Dakota Ironman. Lehigh trying to tie it up once again. Here's a great attack from below goal line, extended in the goal. Hunter Polanki, his 2nd goal here in the second half, and we are knotted at 10. Polanki came in with 2 goals in 5 games. He's got 2 goals in 5 minutes.
Yeah, Lehigh going back to the picks, right? Just making Princeton make a decision, right? Are they going to slide? Are they going to switch? Bath kind of turns his head for just 1 second. And Polanki with a nice shifty move. He hides his stick, and he finishes in front of the net.
Here's Palumbo bidding for his 4th, and instead he'll swing it back out to the midfield. Tigers almost got him. Here's Mackesy, left hand free, and nobody's going to stop him with that kind of space. 3rd goal of the night on his 9th shot for Coulter Mackesy, and Princeton back up by a goal.
Yeah, tie game, you got to love and appreciate the decisiveness by Mackesy to just go command the ball. Slick finish.
Coulter Mackesy just passed Tom Schreiber on the Tigers' career goal list. 107 on his career. Tucker Wade throws it up high. Mackesy somehow climbs the ladder to keep it. Left hand gets under his man, fires, and he's got back-to-back goals with the fist pump. And for the first time tonight, the Tigers have a 2-goal lead.
I mean, he's just hunting the ball, right? It just feels like it's that point in the game where he needs to take over, and he's doing just that.
What does Coulter Mackesy want? Left hand, short stick, time and space.
Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, he's in the past few games, I think his right hand has really come alive, and you got to respect him on the rollback. And he's been so good at getting his teammates involved. It's hard to slide, right?
Tigers have 6 players out of Brunswick on the roster. Lehigh trying to chip away, trying to cut it back to 1. Andrew Kelly gets free, turns the corner, and Gianfrancaro meets him.
I think if you're Lehigh, you got to find a way to get Scott Cole the ball, right? Get him in space. Yeah, I'll go back to it. I've been saying it all night. Like, get him going off of a pick or on rotations.
There's a shot by Ironman, clean save. Gianfrancaro whistles it up ahead, and the Tigers across midfield. Tigers out of the Matt Madelon timeout, each team with one timeout remaining. They've got Mackesy out in the midfield. Get him on a short stick, bouncer,
nice
bidding for the third in a row. Kick save by Pecora. John Dunphy on the restart, a little bit of high step, didn't have the angle. Curlin slides on him. Tigers have gotten the Lehigh defense moving on this possession. Kabiri stick side high, save number 10. In his 6th season, 7th year as the defensive coordinator, so a lot of consistency. 3 minutes to go. There's a flag for a hold. Palumbo gets hit hard from behind, and this is going to be kicked out of bounds, and the Tigers will go man up.
It was a great check. He just kind of got underneath him a little bit.
Will Scudder came across the substitution box. Walshawn's done a really nice job against the reigning Patriot League Offensive Player of the Year. Around the top side, got the pipe. Ball up in the air. Tigers able to flip it in bounds. Mountain Hawks have to go. Here's Cole. Now Ironman on the doorstep, taken away by the Tigers. Ball down on the ground. Billings had to beat it. It'll stay with the Mountain Hawks. Cole had it. This will run some time off. You're good with that if you're Princeton, and it's Michael Kelly coming away with the ball.
Big stop by the Tigers.
Kabiri near side. The Tigers had trouble getting to that 2-goal lead. Once they finally went up 12-10, they were able to hang on for the victory as they finished non-conference play with a 5-2 record.